Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, Spence, let's trip out.
I'm afraid not every human is as smurfy as they should be, Sassy.
Listen to them. Children of the night. What music they make.
Yeah, certainly. Here we are.
This pizza pie won't pass. Too many calories. Oh, the rest is okay. Natural light! Get it off me! Get it off me!
I don't know the meaning of the word chip.
Documented Geek Day.
What do we have here?
It's Castle Grayskull. And it's mine. Not so fast, Beastman. He-Man!
You can pit He-Man against Beastman playing for the power of Castle Grayskull. You have to put the castle together. Beastman's escaping.
What's wrong, Dad? Dad, you saved the castle.
Castle Grayskull from the Masters of the Universe collection. He-Man and Beastman each sold separately from Mattel.
Fly away. Fly away. Fly away. To a flavor fantasy. Bubblicious. Bubble has the ultimate flavor. Timeless space fills your mind. Flavor deep. Flavor wide, your mouth can't resist it, nor can your mind. Come on a funky flavor ride, flavor that blows you away. It's your flavor fantasy.
Bubblicious has the ultimate flavor. It's got the taste you just can't resist. Bubblicious.
Okay, we're just having a conversation about toys right now. So, what were you saying? Your toys, me and Craig, and well, even you, Jason, we're all of the agreement that you pay the money for your toys, play with them.
Absolutely. Yeah, but bare minimum, the posability, which I think is what Craig was getting at with the White Ranger and what I mean, like I've got so many different superhero action figure characters that legitimately my only want was to get them, take them out of the package, figure out how posable they were, and set them up in a cool way.
Yeah,
and it makes me happy to look.
Oh, that's what I remember. I remember. NECA is putting out a Vincent Price statue with like 8 different heads.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he looks great.
Yeah,
he does.
Oh, I'm buying 8 of them.
No, you would have to. But the American Werewolf in London.
I have one. I need to get 3 more. I have the Nazi werewolf.
Yeah, well, this one is it's a double pack. They're releasing. I forgot his name. The main character and his
David.
Fucking Alan, the buddy.
Oh hell yeah!
Except it's the corpse version, and he comes with a couple of different heads that get worse, and David comes with like a mid transformation.
Yes.
Face.
Yeah.
And like they look really, really good.
Oh, I'm buying those. That's badass. Because I love that fucking movie.
There's a lot of good stuff coming out from Treat Studios too, like the Boar set.
Oh yeah.
All the figures.
Oh fuck yeah.
And you can build your own Odorous.
You can build your own Odorous? Is that the build a figure?
What's that?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You
If you can buy them all, you can turn them into Odorous. Like I guess they get part with each.
Does it come with the cuttlefish?
Probably.
I think
you know what we're doing this Christmas? But okay, so before we go any further, get too deep into anything, I want to give a couple shout outs. We've been talking about the Tin Roof of the plot lately, like just in conversation with fans. But as I was telling you guys before we started recording, like once a month, sometimes twice, depending what's going on, they do a little pop-up flea market there.
Right.
We have a guy who sells retro toys. He's there every single time. He's a really good friend of mine. His name's Kirk Brown. We call him Brown. He runs Retro World at the Coastal Carolina Flea Market in Lavson, South Carolina, about 20 minutes from Charleston, downtown Charleston. But he's there every time. Every now and then, this girl Izzy, she's a painter, but she did this Pee Wee Herman mashup of his mugshot.
Yeah.
And I have a full size version. It's just behind a bunch of stuff. So, not anything over, but I have the full frame version that she did, and it was the only copy that she did. So I've been waiting for somebody to buy it. Well, I want it because it's Pee Wee fucking Herman, like, and it's a mugshot like mashup with that. But
Did you ever see,
she's badass.
Oh, the Living Color thing with Jim Carrey doing Pee Wee Herman after he got busted, and they were releasing he was advertising a new action figure, which was Drum Beater Pee Wee, and basically was just
Fire Marshal
and he had one stick and he hit it, but if you took the snare away, he just kept going. So they kind of turned sideways. We can beat almost anything except the pump rap. That was one of the fun. Like I remember at the time, I was like, "Wow, they're pushing some limit." I'm granted it was the '90s, like early '90s, but I remember thinking, "Wow, they are pushing on that one." Like maybe that shit by sensors.
But yeah, that's Izzy. She has some pretty cool artwork. If I will find more information out on her and put it up on our page and stuff as I did it. Instagram and all that stuff, just to give her some international support. I guess we do have followers all over the world. And crazy to think about.
We got Kenny.
Yep.
Well, yeah, not only that, but did you not just send a package to fucking Thailand?
That's true. Okay, yeah, good point.
It's fucking insane to think about. Like, holy shit, we're all on the East Coast of the United States, like, and then we're sending shit to fucking Thailand.
It's also back to, like, the world is a much smaller place than we give it credit for a lot of the time.
It really is. The internet, especially with the internet, like, you can be talking to somebody in Pakistan, and it's like dark, but it's early morning here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
it's just crazy how that shit works.
We've had well, I mean, talking to Kenny has to be like a 4 or 5 o'clock thing in the afternoon. And that's him. And that's him staying up
for him.
Yeah, and that you got that going, and then for that matter, I mean, even communicating.
And it's an early one for us with Kenny. Like we have
we do noon time.
Noon usually, noon or 1.
Yeah.
Because he's going at like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It is crazy to think about. That is,
but it's always a good time with him. We love him so much.
Oh, absolutely.
He's amazing. Our Scottish brethren. Can't understand a fucking word the guy's saying, but
yeah, he's excited about his action figures though, which honestly is all I need to see.
Definitely. Exactly.
I always look forward to his pictures of like shit he got too. But to send me like pictures, and I'm like,
he's always sending me shit like, "Hey, check what I got from fucking Asda," and I'm like, "What the fuck? Where do you get this money?" Come on, dude. But speaking of action figures, I can't remember what this guy's called. You recognize him, guys?
I do, but I can't remember his name.
I've taken to calling him the McMartian.
I accept McMartian as a good name, even if that ain't what he is. I accept that as a great name.
McMartian. Hey, anybody that knows what the fuck this guy's called, let us know.
He looks like an attempt from the McDonald's.
Speaking of McDonald's,
it is. That's what that is. See, it is McDonald's toy. I just can't remember. Ooh, Gonzo.
Was that the Muppet Babies line, or was that when they did the movie?
Dude, yeah, that was definitely a bat toy.
Yep.
But
Kermit.
Oh, Kermit.
Oh wait, was it Muppet Treasure Island?
It might have been, yeah. Yeah, I think it was.
think so.
Wow.
But Craig, you'll appreciate these guys. Mr. Brown, he hooked me up with Little McMartian. He also gave me these zombie guys.
Oh, quality.
Yeah, they're little. I mean, they're a little old and a little worn, but you know, for loose figures, they're in great condition. You can't really see them because the lighting sucks.
I can't help but think though that like an old worn-out zombie toy is going to do nothing but add to the fact that it's a zombie toy.
Oh, dude,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
no,
Like
just gives it character. But then, all right, this one's cool. It's a fully operational,
That's
fully interchangeable.
Wait, does his butt open?
Yes, it sure does.
Oh, that's awesome.
Boom. And he has a set of lips in there.
Nice.
And you can see them, but they are in there. Yeah. It's a keychain, but I'm never going to use it as that because I have a tendency to wear my keys on my hip.
Yeah.
And he would lose some parts. So he's strictly for show. All right. We got another Predator. It's missing some parts, but hey, for a loose figure, what can you do?
Was that from the Alien vs. Predator line or no?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I want to say yes, maybe. Just because the face does look different. It might even be Predator.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just curious. I know that like the Alien vs. Predator, like they did, like when you remember when they released the Alien toys right around Alien 3.
Yeah.
Like, Alien 3 came out and suddenly Alien toys were all over the place. They had like the
I had the Xenomorph. You squeezed your head and the mouth popped up.
Yeah, exactly. So they had the classic one, they had the bull one, they had like a dog one, they had the gorilla.
I had all
Alien.
that shit.
Yeah, so that I know that when Alien vs. Predator first started talking about that, I think was it Kenner that did the line? I can't remember who it was, but whatever
I think it was,
it
was Kenner.
Does that sound right to you? Then it was like and that's what it was, the Alien versus Predator. Those Predators were not in the movies. They really weren't. None of them were, but they looked fucking great. The designs were wonderful.
Yeah.
Which I guess it's hard to go wrong with the Predator design, though, right? Like you got the big spidery vagina mouth, and that pretty much covers it. That make it
Throw
like
mandibles on something and you call it a Predator.
And call it a Predator. I mean, that's literally like the movie that shall not be named. I mean, that was literally a Predator alien that popped into existence. Like, that's a good combo. And then we never saw anything of it again.
Yeah.
Gone.
But
cheated.
Everything I'm going to show you, by the way, and then it's like 5 seconds is from my buddy Kirk Brown in his shop. But Extreme Dinosaurs.
Oh shit!
Woo!
How long has it been since you've seen these guys?
A long time.
That was another. Was that?
I mean, I watched the cartoon a lot, but I haven't seen them in a long time.
That was an early '90s toy too, right? Because I mean, the Extreme thing was being attached to everything. That term, I mean, shit, they had Extreme. Fuck, Marvel had a mutant named Extreme. That was his fucking name. He was horrible, by the way. He turned his hands into guns. That's what he could do. He turned his hands into fucking guns.
But so Brown was setting his stand up on Friday. Like he got there pretty early, setting the stuff up, and I just happened to pop out and say hi to him. And he had some stuff out, and I just happened to look down, and I saw this.
Woo!
And it's April 1994. Great issue.
Girls of Hooters.
And yeah, that's what I'm saying. It caught my eye because Hooters. And so I go, oh, hot damn. You know, he goes, that's for you. There. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Just give me a Playboy. I'll take it. Haven't gotten a Playboy in probably 20 years. I'll take it.
Hey, when did
Now,
Daddy come?
these Big Daddy?
Yeah, was that 92?
99.
Yeah,
99.
I think he is because that's about when he did.
Billy Madison was 94, and that was the first.
Billy Madison.
Wedding Singer was 98.
Yeah.
97, 98 was Wedding Singer. And Waterboy was in there too.
Yeah.
Little Nicky. He put out a lot of movies in that 2 years.
Yeah, he did.
I thought Little Nicky.
Little Nicky.
People talk shit about it. It's a fucking wonderful movie.
It's underrated.
It's very it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, you guys will appreciate this guy.
Oh.
Boom. Snout spout. He has a cap on his back and everything. So I can fill his back with water.
Did he come out with the Hordak line?
With the what?
With the Hordak line. Was that when they?
Oh hell, I couldn't say that. I'm not that kind of nerd. Dude.
I feel well. It's okay. So you had the He-Man Masters of the Universe stuff.
Yeah.
You had the original run of everything, like Snake Mountain and all that shit. But then you had the Hordak Slime Pit and the Hordak people, which also bled over into the She-Ra shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, there was a few different Snuffbacks too, like a few different figures. Like this is just one variant.
Yeah.
Was he a good guy or a bad guy?
Few other good guy, I'm pretty sure. I wasn't a big like Master Universe fan, so I couldn't really tell you this or that, but I do. The toys are awesome.
I don't know. It's been on the back burner for a while, no matter how much I like. Because I think I get like too used to seeing it, and then I'm like, oh, I need something different. Because I'll marathon it all day.
I got one of the updated.
I know you. Go ahead, Jeff. Sorry.
I was saying, you know, Beastman.
Yeah.
I have an updated version of him. The Masters of the Universe, like the newer ones, the Masterpiece collection. I don't know if you can see him. He's behind me over there. The orange blob on the camera. He did quite a lot with that guy. Like the updated version of him was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Plus, they have Benedict Arms, which right away is heads and tails above a lot of the Masters of the Universe stuff.
Yeah. So, again, from Brown. Boom.
Ah!
Hang on, there's more. I'm like Billy Mays over here. I got Winston, I got Ray. I got Egon.
That's awesome.
And
Big Ben.
Peter Anker. I got the Ghostbusters.
That's awesome.
He had these sitting with Crypt Keeper I was telling you about, Greg.
Yeah.
Fucking like 20-inch tall Crypt Keeper. He wanted $80 for it. Couldn't afford it that day. But I did find a 6-inch figure that I have somewhere in here. Not gonna be digging around for it. But yeah, that's and one more from Brown.
Oh, it's Doug.
Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold, watch your mouth.
I'm gonna call him Doug.
No, you're wrong.
Doug was the round-headed kid. The round, the stupid voice that had the weird bully guy that was multi.
Roger Klotz.
Roger Klotz.
Is that what it was? Am I thinking about the right
Who wore a leather jacket all the time and everything?
Yeah, that's the one. He had the
and he was green. Yeah.
So that was
the episode of that show is like when he goes to get
that was Doug. This is Hey Arnold.
Which one had the sad chick on it that you, as an adult, look back on it and realize that like she had a terrible home life?
Oh, Helga. That's Hey Arnold.
That's that one, right?
Yeah, her mom was like an alcoholic and everything, and and you could tell.
Yeah,
that's why she was like obsessed.
And Rugrats too.
Rugrats. You know what is all right? So these were okay. So I've got the next one. Like Craig, you're the next oldest behind me, right? Yeah. Okay. So that's and I've got you by 5 years, which is just enough time to make a difference at the age of 15 by comparison to 10. So the problem is, like, there were some, like, I actually watched Rugrats. I was 14% watching Rugrats because it was a really good show. Like, it was like, I thought it was great. And I know Doug because I thought the characters were funny.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey Arnold, I know only because of like people posting clips now.
Yeah.
About it. Like, I remember it coming on. It was a Nickelodeon show, right?
Yeah.
Like, I remember it coming on, and I remember sometimes sitting through it, but most of the time I would just sort of like swerve off to the side. But I also am, some of the clips that I've seen as an adult lead me to believe I probably missed out on a good show.
You did.
Same thing with Invader Zim. Like,
I missed Invader Zim. I never watched Invader Zim.
Invader Zim it's a funny fucking show. They did well with that shit. They really did. Like, I had to watch, like, I was 40-something years old watching it. I was like, hey, I should have watched this when it came out. This is great.
But, now, that's all my stuff from Brown that I could find. And every now and then there's a sweet lady, I cannot remember her name, but she always sets up a bunch of graphic t-shirts.
That's nice.
A new style.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I got a new style at the bottom. They
Yeah.
use the Force.
Yeah.
Why not? You always need more Star Wars shit. I have a Boba Fett shirt too somewhere. And Harambe.
Poor guy. I mean,
99 to
seriously,
2016.
Yeah.
The start of all this bullshit that's been
the
going
moment
on.
where it
Like,
turned into the worst timeline.
It started. I swear to God, that's what started. all
savior
this.
There is a
gone.
reality. There's a reality out there where they were like, you can take the shot, but I don't have to. He's just looking at the kid.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
that reality exists.
Yeah, somewhere. And I
There was
want to live.
and there's some people really having a good time out there right now. And Harambe is still just like, I'm alive.
Chill. In fact, at the end of that whole ordeal, him and that little boy did a little.
There was, you know what? There was in the best timeline at the end of the whole ordeal, somebody caught on camera Harambe high-fiving the kid, and the kid doing the same, and then they ended on a fucking.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like one of these,
literally,
like one of these from the '90s. The boom, yeah.
Absolutely, and they went their separate ways. And Harambe maybe even was like, you know what I mean? Just
yeah.
on with the kid.
Yeah.
There is a perfect world out there somewhere. In that world, Harambe is a fucking pimp, apparently.
and we're not in. But okay, now that's all my stuff from Brown. That's all. Can't remember her name, but the shirt lady, is what I'm going to call her. Unfortunately,
Oh.
but if I knew her name, I would say it. So that's where I'm at. Now, met a dude there this weekend. His name's Thomas. He sells records, but he only does like pop-ups and stuff, like events and stuff like that. Doesn't have a shop or anything, so I can't give that kind of shout out. But I picked up Appetite for Destruction set. Kids, this is before CDs. This is way before CDs. Who's heard of Plastic Bertrand?
Cannot fucking look at that without thinking about European Vacation.
Nope. Or Euro Trip, or pretty much any American movie set in
like
Europe.
all of them, isn't it?
Pretty much. Oh, dude, he had that on vinyl, but it was an original pressing, and I was like, I cannot justify that price. He wanted like $70 fucking. Now this is cool. This is the package of the record. Like this is the cover. This is the back sleeve. Can you see what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the packaging they sent it in, or was that how they had to fucking put it out?
This is the packaging for the record itself.
Okay.
Like, because you open it up, and what it's in. Ooh. Yeah, it's just in a little paper
Gotcha.
setup here.
Yeah.
But I like that. Like, it's unique, and it's very like I would expect nothing less from Alice Cooper. But yeah, that's all the kind of shit that I be finding, and I can't figure out how to cut down my videos quite yet on my phone until I get a new computer or get the one I have working properly, so I can do these unboxing videos like I used to. But yeah, consider it an unboxing for this week.
It's been a while for me too. I think the last thing I unboxed was when Derek sent me that box with the bushwhackers and everything.
Honestly, last thing I unboxed wasn't even for this. I did something on my personal Facebook or something like that, where I gave a shout out to my buddy Dave up in New York, who sells records out of his basement.
Oh yeah,
like online and shit. I bought a fuck ton of it. Like a good chunk of my collection came from him, you know.
I only ever done one. Was the Horror Horribles one. That's the only one I've ever done, was the Johnny Necro Horror Horribles thing.
Oh yeah.
Because well, then again, most of the time I don't take the time to video anything because I'm too excited to have a new toy. Like, I mean, legitimately, I like it's Legos and it's fucking action figures, and I want to play with them.
Yeah.
So
I love the collection. I mean, like, look at how perfect everything is.
Right.
Nobody realizes the work you actually
I
put
just gotta
into
get
a
shown.
little space like this.
I occasionally move the Legos around. Like I have all the Star Wars. I have a shitload of just an absurd amount of Star Wars Legos. I mean, I could. Let's see here. Okay, so going across the top, that it's like, and this is even without what's in front of me that you can't see at all.
Yeah.
There is just so much shit in here. I like to rearrange them occasionally, and while I do so, have no doubt, zero doubt, I make the noises as I fly the X-wing over to its new spot, and I will launch just to make sure that the different spring-loaded like firing things still work. I'll fucking fight them across each other, and they will have to battle for their new space. So I mean, so the whole like, do I play with them? Yes, I guess I do. I mean, this happens like once or twice a year. Like there's a battle in my room involving Legos.
I would be lying if I said when I opened my Marty McFly Jr. toy from Back to the Future, the NECA figure that I got, when I opened that up, I would be lying if I said I didn't put him on his hoverboard.
Right? Like you kind of have to when you were like.
I totally did. Pepsi in hand and everything.
Well, like when we were a kid, what was the best type of action figure you could get? Even with the 5-year difference between the next youngest one here.
For me, Transformers.
Yeah, because they get why though is GI Joe's because they
changed them up. You could
you could move them. You could do whatever you wanted.
I've always loved like being able to fucking change shit up.
Right, and this is even like I mean, they had Transformers. Like when I was a kid, they had rocks that were Transformers.
Yeah,
it was just a rock. It transformed from a gold nugget into a robot. That's all it did.
My favorite toys though, when I was a kid, is I had all four of them, but it was Ninja Turtles did like Transformers. Like they were baby turtles, and then you could change them into the Ninja Turtles. And then they had one for
those were the
Splinter. You could change Splinter into a human. You could change Shredder into a Rokusaki. You could change April into that cheetah.
Rocksteady and Bebop had them too. They were like
Rocksteady and Bebop that were human. Yeah,
I forgot the name of them. They were called the mutation mutant something.
Something. Oh God. Craig probably got one hiding.
What?
The mutating turtles. Oh yeah, I had some of those too. I had the cowboy and the samurai.
That's what they started getting. They had like Farmer Raph and stuff like that. Farmer Arno and shit like that.
I want to say they did a crossover. They had a Raph like with a Jason mask on too.
I think so. Yeah.
I think they might have. I know that they have. There's a new. There's a Ninja Turtle line right now that's like the classic Universal monster.
Yeah.
Like the Hunchback shell pops open and shit. They have a Frankie.
Frankenstein's monster and Raph.
Hey,
right there. There's like Craig has one of those.
That was a handsome boy.
I do now. I have the Casey Jones one too.
Yeah. What Casey Jones horror?
Yeah.
For the I didn't know they did a Casey Jones for the horror one. Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense.
That's pretty fucking cool. Actually.
I have the Casey Jones figure that rep from the first movie, the original movie. Casey Jones makeup has all his hockey sticks.
That was Elias Koteas. Was it Elias Koteas that played?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Elias Koteas.
I was fucking like I knew him from some kind of wonderful.
Brilliant actor, like.
Oh no, he's amazing. He was great in Falling Down. Not Falling Down. Sorry, that was a Michael Keaton movie. Fallen.
Yeah.
Or Michael Douglas movie. Sorry, but the Fallen with Denzel Washington. He was great in that, and he was only in there. He was like a scene stealer. He was only in there for like a minute, and then he was gone. Same thing with Some Kind of Wonderful, which is like one of my all-time fucking favorite movies, if for no other reason than Eric Stoltz is an underappreciated guy. Regardless of whether or not Back to the Future not better.
I love Eric Stoltz in Pulp Fiction.
Oh God, he's fucking great for no other reason than just like the simple and happy way in which he is selling his wares. Like he's going over the different varieties of heroin, like he's describing the better quality. And it is such a nonchalant fucking thing And what's fucked up is like I'm sure most of us and probably quite a few people that happen to stumble across this had those friends growing up that like you knew that guy, you knew all those people. You've definitely been there and hung out with them before. That guy exists. That is exactly how they are.
Yeah.
Like 100%. I've got some new shit you might want to try. Pecan flavor doesn't burn quite as well, but it'll get you there. You know, shit like that. Fucking his delivery on almost every line, and even fucking what was it, the Arquette?
Oh yeah, Patricia.
Was it Arquette?
Yeah, Patricia. Yeah.
Patricia Arquette.
I can. Was it Patricia Arquette?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, that's right. Rosanna Arquette was Nightmare on Elm Street 3, right? No, that was Patricia.
No, was it Patricia? No, Patricia was. Shit.
Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
We're gonna get all kinds of help. It had to have been Rosanna.
Because she was like Patricia definitely looked different. Plus, I think she had
Patricia was in Little Miss.
Patricia.
She was little. She was Nikki's
Nightmare on Elm
girlfriend.
Street 3. Was in Nightmare on Elm Street 3. She was the main.
Yes.
Yeah. So that would Rosanna.
And she was also Patricia was also in Little Miss.
Rosanna Arquette was in the whole 9 yards, right? She was the weird French.
I'm pretty sure.
Like Matthew. Fucking Perry's. Was it Matt Perry? Not Matt Perry. Matt.
Yeah, no, Matthew Perry.
Was it Matthew Perry? Yeah, Matthew Perry. His weird French Canadian wife. Yeah, that was Rosanna Arquette. This is way off the subject. I'm not really sure.
But anyway, what I was gonna say before.
Toys.
I don't know.
And
we went from Toys to Pulp Fiction. We went from Toys to Pulp Fiction to Arquette.
There are
which there's two Arquettes. There's two Arquettes in Pulp
Fiction. That's right, David. Was it David? David, right? David?
Oh, no,
not David. Fucking the other brother.
Alexis.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, eventually Alexis. That's right. But that's not how he's billed in Pulp Fiction, or how she was.
Yeah, it is.
Fiction. Was it Alexis? Did they go back and change it? Because on the original release, it was definitely.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But it's
I
a small
was
bit
surprised to find out that there was another Arquette.
Yeah.
Time, anyways. Like I didn't know they were that damn. Well, I started thinking that there's going to be like some kind of master.
Well, she was credited as Alexis Arquette in Bride of Chucky as well.
Yeah, but in Bride of Chucky though, transition had already been made, hadn't it? Or am I wrong about that?
Maybe she's just come out, but I don't think she's started. I don't think she's started hormone treatment or anything.
Oh, you know what? This is
I don't know
why we have phones now. Hold on, we got to figure this out. There's an easier way to do this. For no reason to even fucking pontificate over it. We can figure this out.
Now, I don't even know why. I don't even know why I'm worried about it catching any kind of hell. It's like 4 people watching.
4 people watching.
And all 4 of them were like, "Yeah, dude, you're an idiot."
Hey, we're over 100.
We're gonna find out we're wrong about everything we were just saying about the Arquettes.
Well, I'm curious. Did it? I could swear that it went by the other name, Alex.
No.
It was under Alex Arquette originally.
Okay, well,
that's what it was. So it was changed to Alexis after
I do have an anniversary edition of Pulp Fiction on DVD, so probably is the case there. Like it's been updated, but
well, I mean, don't get me wrong. It should have been.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Like I don't have a problem with that. I'm just trying to because it was my first introduction to the actor. Period. Because I knew about other Arquettes, like Rosanna. Obviously,
mine was Bride of Chucky when I was introduced to Alexis Arquette,
especially at the time.
Yeah, I was like, when did that come out? Like 98, 99, 10 or 11 years old. So I was just getting those fucking movies. Like I had just had a Halloween party and we rented all 3 of the Child Play movies. You know what I mean?
Well, I had a best friend.
Bride of Chucky, I got.
We've talked about actually with guests on here before the mom and pop movie stores.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of my best friends grew up maybe 10 miles up the road, 15 miles up the road from me. So he lived in Dallas, Georgia. There was right downtown. There was literally all these little places you could walk to. But what was great is there were like 2 or 3 different movie stores you could go to. The best part about it was they were all fucking locally owned, and it was all some teenager whose parents owned the place who didn't give a shit. So you could rent whatever you want. right? We would rent horror movies non-fucking stop. So my introduction to the Child's Play stuff was the second it became available on video. Like we went to the one place and we got it, and then of course we watched the sequels. And I lost interest after the third one because the third one was just.
Yeah, the third one was lame,
but I went back later though and watched the other ones when I guess Mancini got back involved directly, and they became wonderful again. Speaking of which, the series, have you watched the series?
The first season.
It's good. It's really fucking good.
Yeah.
They go back into all of it. Like every single part ties into it somehow or another. And of course, you still have oh God, Brad
Dourif.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do fucking role, as well as occasionally, I guess. Oh yeah, and his daughter. His daughter's one of the main characters. His actual physical daughter. Who, by the way,
And I can't remember the name, but the kid from the first two.
Also in there, yeah, is also literally
Andy.
Everybody.
Yeah, Andy.
It's an awesome show.
Yeah.
Sick.
I got to meet him.
So you got the whole band back together.
Well, once again, it's back to Don Mancini doing what he does, I guess.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well, I know there was a whole thing about the rights reverting back to him. The second that happened, he just like apparently all this was ready to go. And once the rights reverted to him, like that, I guess it was Sci-Fi Media was like, yes, please do this for us.
Yeah, because who else to do it than the creator? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why would you want anybody else to do it? That's just a cheap imitation.
Yep.
Like RoboCop.
Oh God damn!
That's right. I went there.
You know what sucks about that is the remake has fucking potential.
Here's the thing about it, though. I am one of those. I'm gonna die on the hill of the Crow should have never been fucking touched.
I'm gonna watch it first before I get my mind. I'm gonna watch it first.
I can't do it. I just can't.
Dude, what's his name? Is a damn good actor.
I'm not saying he isn't. I love Bill. I love Bill Skarsgård. Like I love everything he's done. He was fantastic as Pennywise. He was fucking great.
Did you ever see Hemlock Grove?
Yeah.
That's how I was introduced.
Yeah, same thing. That was my introduction to the guy, and he is a scene stealer in that.
And, well, his entire fucking family is amazing. Like
they are. They're fucking
you
good.
got
At what they do.
Bill.
They're all good.
You got Bill. You got
Alex.
Alex was Eric Northman in True Blood.
And he was once again scene stealer. He showed up.
He was fucking fantastic. He was that show. And then their brother Gustav, who was in Vikings, and then their dad, from Good Will Hunting, and fucking Thor. And,
Is he uncle or dad?
Dad. That's dad. Stellan Skarsgård. That's their father. Yeah. He is the patriarch.
All right. Why does that make sense? Why are they?
I've looked into it.
No, sure. Like I actually,
I don't.
Well, they all stuck with the name though. Like if you recall, like people didn't really used to do that, or at least when they wanted to be quote unquote taken seriously, they didn't stick with the name. Like Nicolas Cage is a Coppola, right? Like he's a Coppola. But he didn't want the name attached. Plus, he was a comic book geek.
He wanted to make it on his own name, but I want to say like they were like big into like Swedish theater, like all the kids and like the entire family was like they were all raised in the theater.
Which is where I found
could be wrong.
Were they all?
I could be wrong. You know what I mean? But I want to say that like it's that kind of situation where like they were just so used to it. Like people already knew who they were there, and were like,
I don't fault them for. Don't get me wrong. Like I don't fault anybody for doing it. Like if that's your if you have a name that gets your foot in the door, fucking use it. We've ended up with quite a few great actors and actresses, specifically because they were able to get a role. Like look at what's her name, Kate Hudson, right? Kate Hudson, Goldie Hawn's daughter.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you don't know it. Like you do not know unless you look at them together.
Another one is Amelia Leslie.
Once again, no idea that he's a Sheen. No fucking clue.
Yeah, not clue. until you get them all like side by side, and you're like, oh, there it is.
Oh no, he looks a hell of a. There's a new Hulu documentary about.
He looks like his dad hardcore.
Oh, he does. No, there's a new Hulu documentary about the Brat Pack. Andrew McCarthy is the one that put it together. He's doing the interviews. He pulls everybody back together, like Judd Nelson, fucking all of them, back together to talk about what it was like and why. Like, did the name hurt them and this, that, and the other thing. And Emilio Estevez has not really done anything publicly speaking in what, over like a decade and a half, maybe 15 fucking years.
Yeah.
It's been a long ass time since that man has showed up.
Anything of note aside from his little guest spot in the new Mighty Ducks series,
right? Which was just a fucking Gordon Bombay fucking pow.
Yeah,
just, you know what I mean?
A little bit part.
He's in there,
but,
like,
and the same thing with the last Mighty Ducks and move on in that for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, he had a contractual obligation to fulfill.
Right, but that's really the last thing he did of any year.
It really was like it was like, what was it like? He had a string in the 90s where he was in quite a few movies. I feel like Free Jack sort of fucked him.
Yeah.
Free Jack, that movie. Shit, who else was in it? It was him and the what's his name from Aerosmith, Steven Tyler, not Steven Tyler.
Very
Stones. I meant Mick Jagger. Sorry, I used to get anything with that huge mouth.
They both got big lips. Like,
well, they have, yeah. It's you know what's the fuck with them is not big, just wide mouths, like way wider than their faces. Like, they have Canadian heads. Big flappy head. It's just
like parents and dog.
It's like Steven Tyler does that thing, and it looks like he's gonna suck the.
Steven Tyler looks like the cool aunt who wants to pick you up from school.
That is one of the most accurate fucking memes I've ever seen in my entire life. That picture, and like, this is the cool aunt that'll let you drink a fucking Zima. It fucking is.
Yeah,
I had that.
I had
like
it.
There you go.
Yep.
Oh.
But yeah, like, I don't know. The Crow, back to the Crow, because I don't know how the fuck we got away from this. Oh, we started talking about Bill Skarsgård. But, and then, yeah, that just went off over there again. That's what we do here. But, yeah, like, The Crow, I feel like should have never been touched. I'm talking should have never made sequels, and definitely should not have been remade. Because after Brandon Lee, just let it be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just out of respect.
Comic books, or even the compendium, the graphic novel. Did you ever read through it? Like, it's you don't have to, because it's not a. This is the fucking source material is so much better. That's not this statement. Actually, stories like there's enough in common, but they're different stories. Both of them are very good.
Yeah.
Is that this will be similar to that? It will be something that fits in with that and makes like a perfect trifecta. Because I mean, let's be fair. Like City of Angels, right? The Crow City of Angels was not horrible, but it wasn't right.
It was. It took.
But if you watch a standalone movie, just watch it as
like, you know, because that shift in the early '90s, and then like back to when was the second one made? Was further.
The second, the City of Angels came out in the late, I want to say late '90s.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And look at how
like
different the soundtrack is. But
that was the fourth.
It's still a great soundtrack.
Iggy Pop was still like not saggy at all.
Yeah.
If that helps. Yeah. Like that's the best way I know how to get an idea on when it was made. Like there was no like, don't get me wrong, by the way, he's allowed to be saggy. The motherfucker's been through some shit. He's old as hell and he's still rocking. I'm not
pushing fucking 80. I would hope he's saggy.
He can, like, if he fucking turns and it takes 10 minutes for the sides to catch up with him, that's cool. It's okay, dude. You do you. Nobody has a right to fucking judge you. I hate seeing those fucking pictures where they're like, oh,
I
shit.
just did an article on the Crow.
But it is that belly.
30 years. It'll be 30 years old.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Happy birthday to that movie. Happy birthday to Pulp Fiction. Happy birthday to Forrest Gump. All.
Forrest Gump is a
I'll turn 30 years.
I stand by that.
What, Forrest Gump?
Yeah.
Forrest Gump? What?
Dude, Forrest Gump's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this before. Forrest Gump's the only movie I've ever been to where people stood up and clapped at the end of it.
Yeah.
Fantastic fucking movie.
It is, dude. People, that's another one of those movies though that people look back on now and they're like, it's fucking cheesy.
Oh, for sure, but it's still a great movie. I don't care.
Fucking groundbreaking at the time. Plus, it's Tom Hanks. That's America's sweetheart, man. I would fucking die for that.
But
Tom Hanks, I don't know what he's like in person, but I know that I love every character he's ever played.
Exactly. But back to the Crow thing. I feel it should have never been touched, just like RoboCop. It should have never been touched.
Here's the thing. So RoboCop.
But even before they did the remake, yeah. But even before they announced that the remake was happening, I was like, it was when the remakes just started like becoming a thing again.
Right. Okay.
And I was just like, I swear to God, they better not fucking touch RoboCop. And then like a year later, they announced RoboCop, and I was like, God fucking damn it, I'm not seeing it. They refused, and then they released like production stills, and I'm like, that's not fucking RoboCop. That's an alien.
Do you guys remember, Craig? Was it just me or you, or did we get a bunch of people to watch Bad Meat?
I think it was just me and you.
Oh, Bad Meat. I remember. I want to say I remember Bad Meat.
I feel like we watched that as a group. Like there were more than just us, but I kept telling you the whole time, like it's a shit movie, but you can see what it could have been.
Yeah.
Like the bones were there. It's just they couldn't film it. So RoboCop the remake, without studio interference and trying to make it PG-13 to appeal to a mass audience and try and recoup fucking funds, that remake could have been awesome. The acting was good. The effects were fucking great. The fact, like even the stripped down suit where it's just a pair of lungs, his head, and a hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's what's left of the guy. Like that moment, even in the previews when I saw it, I was like, oh, fuck me, that is terrible. Gotta see it. You know what I mean? And then I showed up and they would only kill robots because PG-13. It's fucking obnoxious. No cussing. Profanity was important to the original ones. Plus, Proud Barry had a whole fucking thought behind it.
God damn it. In the first fucking, half an hour of that movie, Peter Weller gets shot all the hell.
A horrible dude. I was a kid. My dad
it's one of the most gruesome scenes in the movie. Like in any movie, it's one of the most gruesome scenes you can see, especially in that.
What's his name? That 70s show dad. Someone help me. Kurtwood Smith?
Fucking Kurtwood Smith, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking incredible. My God. His ability to deliver
such a great villain.
Fucking statement.
Such a great fucking villain.
And for that matter, fucking the guy that played Emil, you see him in fucking ER too, showing the fucking sludge.
I can't remember his name. I call him Toxic Waste Guy.
It was Emil. His character's name was Emil.
Yeah, but I just say the Toxic Waste Guy from RoboCop anytime I see him.
Yeah, just the fucking help me thing and fucking Ray White. Get off me! Like that whole thing
just splatters all over the fucking room. So
his hands are like trying to run back to his arms. I'm fine.
Excellent cinematography.
When did RoboCop came out in 88? 88?
88, 89, 87, 88, 89 in there somewhere.
I know that I was a little kid. My dad took me to see that.
I was either not born yet or had just been born. Or was like a year old, something.
I know my dad was confused. Like he was a little worried that maybe I shouldn't have been watching it with him. And he was probably right. I definitely should not have been watching that movie.
Oh, I was watching that movie at like 3 years old.
Well, that's.
I remember watching it at my babysitter's when I was like 3, 4 years old.
That's the thing. I was gonna like when I was like, we talked about the movies that got you into horror or whatever. Like I was like 4 or 5 years old watching fucking Amityville on Laserdisc. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, God, that's a good movie.
Actually, this movie got me like exiled from my aunt's house because like they thought I was weird because all I wanted to do was watch horror movies when it was like a great movie. They just stopped having me.
You know what? If they were worried about they should have worried about children shouldn't do dead things. Nobody was concerned with that.
Hey,
they're worried about that. That was the movie they should have been like, maybe this is doing bad things to our little Kreggles.
Ooh.
Yeah. 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 I would agree with those parents, Jason.
I can't help it. I like
there were time we do not give you shit for children.
Anything other people do, it's like a treasure to me.
No, that's the thing though. Like if that's a movie that is a movie you will absolutely go to the mat for. Which I
it is, and I admire that. But my God.
We've all got our guilty pleasure fucking movies. I don't know if the thing is though, is that's not even a guilty pleasure movie for you. You just fucking like it and you'll tell people. No embarrassment. Maybe
and it's funny because I never even heard it until like I think it was at like FYE back in the day, and there was like House on Haunted Hill, and I can't remember what the other movie was in like a 2-pack, and behind that was Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things, and it was a cover of like the zombie coming out of the ground, and ever since then,
you were sold, right? You were sold on the fucking zombie, yeah.
Because it's great, like it may be a cheap movie, but like the music they use and like the outcoming of the zombies they use, you know, I love zombies that come out of the ground. That's just my thing.
Do y'all remember the VHS cover for Phenomenon? The VHS cover for Phenomenon was Jennifer.
You talking the John Travolta movie?
No. The fucking Jennifer Connelly is 13 years old in this movie, and she has the ability to talk to insects in a psychic manner.
The Bug Whisperer.
The cover of the movie, VHS, was half of her face normal, the rest, the skull, being eaten by a swarm of insects. And I would say it was Dario Argento, but I'm not 100% on that. I know it was an Italian horror director.
Who directed Phenomena?
Yeah. Not the Travolta movie.
I think it is an Argento movie. No.
Dario Argento?
I think he did do it.
I think so. The thing is, that movie, same reason with the cover. It was the cover that I was like, well, fuck, I got to see what that's like. And I got it, and that was like one of the first movies I ever rented when nobody was looking.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's how I saw 28 Days Later.
Ooh.
I saw that. I saw the DVD through FYE in like 2004, I want to say. 2004, because I was visiting my sister for Christmas that year. And we went into the mall a few days later. And I was at FYE and I see this movie just chilling on the shelf. And I was like, let's see what this is about. And, and I read the back, like the synopsis on the back, and I was like, carried it with me to the store. I got a couple other movies and maybe a couple CDs.
That
I remember
the name of the
like we're on our way back.
Or Hotel.
Oh, the second one
I thought the second one was great. Second one,
I enjoyed the second.
Did people not like
the second one? I mean, people. You know how people are with sequels, dude.
You know how
they're always going to bash the sequel.
In service to the overall story, first off, what's his name? Bigby from fucking Trainspotting. Robert Carlyle.
Yeah.
As the fucking husband running away at the beginning. Like, the thing is, if you, maybe it took being a little bit older to watch that and enjoy it, but like, I mean, I saw 28 Days Later when it came out, and I was like, shit, this is a brand new take on this. This is fucking amazing. Yeah, there's zombies, but they're not zombies, but they're zombies and they're fast. And
they're alive. They're alive, but they're
not to mention they can be spread by birds, just contact, period, and you're fucked. Well, you know what I mean? Like that, it amped it all up.
Any kind of bodily fluid.
Yeah, just anything that fucking, if it made contact,
scratch a body,
you're fucked. And that was watching that movie. I was like, shit, that's fucking incredible. And it ended on, at least the Americanized version of it, ended on a positive note, right? Like all of them just wasting away on the fucking street and the survivors hanging out in the fucking Scottish countryside, which is cool. But the idea that it would like that wouldn't work because that couldn't work. There's no way it would keep spreading, right?
Yeah.
So the second movie, maybe it took being a little older. The fact that Robert Carlyle's character is just terrified, running away from what he thinks is his wife and kids being slaughtered. But he's
just his wife and his kids weren't with him.
Straight terror, just a terror on his face and the guilt as he's running. Like that hooked me into it immediately. I was like, this fucking.
Oh yeah, that second one. Yeah. And then like the reunion with his kid a little later in the movie.
Oh, it made it so much worse. That fucking
but then you see the wife alive. And you're like, oh fuck. Okay, so what's the situation here? And then you find out she's a carrier because they have what's it, heterochromia?
The heterochromia?
Yeah.
Is that something like that?
Heterochromia. I have a couple of friends that have.
All right.
It's just, your eyes are each a different color, which is fucking rad, first of all.
When they're in the other room explaining the fact that she's a carrier and he's kissing her.
Yeah.
Like that fucking.
I was like, oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
First off, No, that was. I will say when I watched it the first time, I was like, nobody would have done that. Nobody would have fucking done that. You wouldn't have done that. Nobody would have done that. There's no way. But at the same time, it built tense. It was.
People are stupid.
Yeah, no, completely. There's no fucking way in hell. I love my wife dearly. There's no way.
If she's strapped up to a medical table, I am not gonna. And there's like a fucking contagion going around that is spread through bodily
but they
contact.
almost had it under control. Like they almost had it under control too.
But still, in that scenario, I'm going to take every precaution. I don't care if you're healthy. It's
Which
like
I
when
figured, like I
COVID's
said.
going on. I don't care if you don't have the symptoms. I'm still going to wear my fucking mask. Yeah.
Oh, not even like I said, not even that. Like I wouldn't have gone in the room. I mean, you stand on the side of the
Right,
glass,
no.
you stand. You can move your twin
No,
cot
we
over
can,
here.
we can talk through the glass. That's why this microphone's here.
We'll figure out fucking Morse code. Just tap. I don't give a
Yeah,
shit.
right. Sure. Fucking A.
3 taps. You keep your bodily fluids to yourself.
Eat your tongue in your own mouth.
Ew. Ew.
Just do like the steam on the window and like ew backwards.
Just, don't touch me.
No. Oh my god. Where are we at? Okay, we're at about an hour with our little conversation. Anything else you want to touch on, boys?
I'm sorry, one time.
What the fuck was that?
I got distracted for a moment because I was thinking about the fact that I had another drink. And then I remembered that I have my Yeti, which is full. So I was like looking there while you were talking, thinking about my other drink. But it's, you could say it again. If I have my drink, we're good.
You blew a microchip there. I was asking if there's anything else we wanted to touch on before we wrap her up.
I don't really have much of anything.
And no, I came on here just to show off my goodies, and then we started talking about
Oh no! Actually, I did have a question. The guy that you got everything from, is it like a personal collection, or does he go in search of the stuff before they do the flea market?
He goes to all over the fucking place and find secondhand stores and stuff. Sees what he can find, or people give him stuff. Like a lot of it's donations. You know, he just has like a secondhand shop in the flea market, and for the Tin Roof thing, he just brings a selection of what he has. And every time he comes through, he goes, "You need to get up to my shop, man, because this is nothing compared to what I."
I'm a little curious. Like some of the stuff that you've held up, I am curious as to what he doesn't bring.
That's what I'm saying. And I've seen pictures from his shop. I'm like, oh. Oh, I got it. Meaning, I got to get up to his shop one of these days. But yeah, that's my buddy Kirk Brown at 843 Retro World on Instagram. Make sure you check him out. He's always got good shit. You can actually see this Arnold doll on there.
That's not done for anybody over the age of 40.
And your PlayStation is the PlayStation, not a Nintendo for anybody over
They're all
there.
Nintendos. They will always be Nintendos, especially because now it's a Nintendo.
But yeah, the day he posted this was actually one of the days of the pop-up flea market, and I was like, "How much y'all want for him?" And he was like, "He originally wasn't for sale, but for you."
That's cool.
I go, "All right, cool." But yeah, he brought his little shop to my WrestleMania party both days of it. So I want to give him, he was there for 3 days in a row. Like the day before my WrestleMania party was one of the pop-up markets. And then he just kept it going all weekend long. Can't thank him enough for it. It's Kirk Brown. Another shout out to Izzy, our local artist here in Charleston, for my Pee Wee Herman, Paul Rubens mugshot mashup painting. It's fantastic. It's glorious. It's funny. It makes me giggle every time I see it. But Jason, Greg, shout out to Billy too. He had a procedure done today.
Yeah.
And couldn't join us.
He's resting the boys.
We're gonna. We'll let y'all's imagination go where.
He's gonna be like, "You son of a bitch."
He's got some things on the rocks. Let's just put it that way. And yeah, shut up the sunshine. We'll get her back on the show eventually whenever she can get here. Time's been crazy for everybody, but we're still pushing through in our third year. We are over 100 episodes. I didn't even think. I'm pretty sure what we just did with Zeke the other day was our 100.
We've had more shows than some of the bands that I still love have ever done.
Yeah. It's fucking insane to think about it that way, but it's true. But all right, boys, I got some early rides in the morning. I was late as shit this morning, so I got a call later.
This was good, guys.
Sweet secret, putting on makeup, fun to do. Here's makeup you can play with too. Sweet secret.
Sweet Secrets, eyeshadow, blush, gloss, and lipstick, all sold separately from Galoob.
Ready for some rock and roll vibes? Wacky, wild, Kool-Aid style. Wacky, wild.
Make me wacky.
Taste so wild. Wacky, wild, Kool-Aid style.